Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a Lord Executioner's Axe build for the Bulwark class in Space Marine 2 patch 14. Now, this is the brand new Heroic Thunderhammer. We're going to go through the best way to set this up on this class today. The Heroic perk effect is called Whirling Strike. Aftershock is replaced by a powerful spinning attack, and hitting 5 or more enemies with a single attack grants 1 Adrenaline Surge stack. So, this weapon's actually very good on the Horde clear. The spin attack here has a huge radius. It feels super fun to use, and Hormagaunts especially, and stuff like Zangors, they get mopped up by this ability, and that bonus Adrenaline Surge stack damage is really nice. And also, one other thing on this weapon is that I have found single target enemies like Majoris, they will also trigger this Adrenaline Surge bonus on accident sometimes. I'm not sure if that's intended, but that is what's been happening in game. Now, for the perk tree setup on this weapon, I would just start off with the perk Perpetual Strength first, moving here into the perk Fast Preparation. We kind of set this one up like I would set up a Balance Hammer, because the speed here is actually pretty fast, which means that taking perks down here like Shattering Impact and Ground Slam for double Ground Slams is actually pretty good, versus the standard Relic Tier block hammer, where this one's a bit slower and reaching those double Ground Slams can be a little annoying. So that's why I do pick it up here instead. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength up here into the perk Offense Initiated. Then I pick up the perk here, Kill Streak, into the perk Aftershock Improved. Now this one says Aftershock gains an additional smash. Now, on this version of the weapon, you don't have a normal aftershock, so instead of getting like a double slam, you will basically get a spin attack into 1 overhead slam at the very end after the 2 spins go off from this one. That overhead actually has a pretty good radius and definitely helps out with breakpoints, so I pretty much always recommend taking this. Though, one thing I want to mention on this weapon is that if you are using your aftershock on this, you will want to parry immediately after the end of the animation, because the animation recovery time on this weapon is like enormous for the Whirling Strike. So parrying that will break that animation recovery and is significantly faster, so I would definitely do that. Next perk here is Minora Slayer up here in Majora Slayer. That's pretty much all there is for the Lord Executioner's Axe. Now for the secondary here, I do take the newly buffed Honorific Relic Tier Bolt Pistol. This is the Heroic Bolt Pistol we got in patch 10, and for a long time this was like the worst secondary in the game, like one of the worst heroics, but they have upped the base damage of this thing by 15% this patch. It feels way better now. The damage here is quite substantial, and the ammo economy is actually pretty good. Now I will say, if you are playing against Chaos, I would probably take a Plasma Pistol, but against Tyranids, this one definitely serves you very well. Now for the perk tree here, I do start off with Perpetual Precision first, moving here to the perk Headhunter. Then I pick up the perk Gunstrike Reload, into the perk Increased Capacity, Headhunter again. The most important perk here, Elite Hunter, of course, for that 50% damage buff on a Majoris Execute or melee kill. And the final perks are Headhunter, Extended Magazine, and Divine Might, and that's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now for the main perk tree, when you are taking a block weapon or a fencing weapon, you pretty much always take Intimidating Aura. A Perfect Time Parry deals AoE damage in a 5-meter radius, the cooldown is 5 seconds. This will function on a block weapon, not just like normal parry, so keep that in mind. And it's very strong on block weapons in general, because the Thunderhammer, when you have such a slow weapon like this, even with a 4 speed, you definitely want that free damage, because sometimes this perk will pick you up free executes to get you back your HP, and this is like a really invaluable option. And in general, the Intimidating Aura perk is kind of a top tier pick in Space Marine 2. Next perk here is Scramble Targeting, moving here into the perk Seal Within. When your health's less than 50%, you will take 30% less health damage. This perk makes you substantially more tanky. I would definitely pick this up if you are not using like a fencing weapon for armor reinforcement. It is very strong on like pretty much every build in the game. Next perk here is a Focus Restoration. Every 30 seconds, all team members automatically restore 1 armor segment. And this kind of fills out the gap in our build where we have a bunch of survivability off of this perk. We don't really have a ton of armor regen besides our banners, so having this for our entire team is very valuable. I would definitely pick this up. Next perk here is Purity of Purpose. The banner deals damage over time to enemies with its area of effect. This basically puts down a shock nade around your banner, which is super strong. I would pretty much always grab this, because things like Rapid Regeneration cuts your banner duration in half, and this perk here, Focus Strength, I mean, we don't even have a shield on this build anyway, so definitely grab this. Next perk here is kind of up to you. I just take the perk here, Glorious Shield. This makes it so our banner has a 20% damage reduction around its aura, and also lasts 20% longer. So that's 20% more duration on the Purity of Purpose here, which is super nice. Though if you do want to have the healing perk here for like ease of use, you can definitely do that. I just prefer the banner, and the AoE of Concussive Force on a Thunderhammer Pommel Smash I don't think is that strong. Next perk here is Merciless Resolve. This gives you a 15% damage buff on your Thunderhammer lunging attack, and also will give you no knockback for 10 seconds. So on this build, we don't have no knockback outside of this, so I would definitely grab this option. And the final perk instead is Defensive Mastery. A perfect time parry or block instantly incapacitates a majority or extremist level enemy. The cooldown is 90 seconds. This perk is like insanely clutch in every mode of the game. A 90-second cooldown may sound like a very long time, but one-shotting annoying enemies like Enraged Guys and Extremis is just super valuable. I would definitely pick this up. The only downside of this perk is that occasionally this will simultaneously trigger with Intimidating Aura, but the way the damage actually stacks on these two perks is that this one will trigger first for that 90-second cooldown on the incapacitation, and then you will deal a ton of damage to them off of this trigger, which means they instantaneously die, and you can't get an execute, but that's still worth taking in my opinion. It's just kind of unfortunate that happens sometimes. Now, for the Prestige perk options, since we are not taking Plasma, I do skip over Auxiliary Reload. If you are taking a Plasma Pistol, I would probably pick this up because you do get a percentage back. And instead here, I take Resilience for 40% more HP on the stims, and then I pick up Overcharge because we are all about those charge attacks on a Heroic Thunderhammer, and the final perks here are Powerful Shot and Standard Bearer, because this one says when your chapter banner activates, you become invulnerable to damage for 2 seconds. This is super strong on Thunderhammer builds because the way invulnerability works in Space Marine 2 is that you will just have invulnerability to damage and also knockback, which means when you put down your banner, you'll be able to charge up like a full aftershock on your Thunderhammer and not get knocked over at all, which is really nice. And like usually you can slip that in to some of like the more annoying enemies in the game. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I mean, we skip over Masterful Defense because we don't have a shield on a Thunderhammer, but the new Lord Executioner's Axe, this is a really strong weapon in the game. I think this is much better than the previous Heroic Thunderhammer we had. Storm's Dominion is just not that strong, and this one feels way more like a side grade to the Relic Block Hammer, Balance Hammer, and it's just strictly better than the Fencing Hammer in my opinion. And that's pretty much all I have to say in this one. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and if you want to watch me live to ask me questions about the game or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description, also a link to my community Discord. I also want to say a special thank you to my channel members. Your guys' support has been incredible over the past 2 years, and I really appreciate that moving into year 3. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. Hi, is the Salamar's power sword better than the Xeno sword? I say they're more side grades. The Xeno phase can do more to like aerial targets than the Salamar sword can, but Salamar's sword is also like a fencing weapon, a bit different. Alright, that is the most annoying shit in this game. Getting fucking stopped out of your charge attack by a single Hormagot. Sometimes you'll kill them, but sometimes you just don't. I guess we do this. A higher likelihood of a stim in here then. Yeah, my box. I'll take that too.
That is the last of those filthy seals. Gates unburned. Rally point reached, Lord Akarad.
The Munitorum does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
No Xenos monstrosity may escape the Imperial threat. Fresh cartridge.
Yeah, our bolt pistol's actually pretty good now.
We still have support somewhere. We need more bombs.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Primed explosives. Ammunition here. Rearm.
This gun's actually pretty fucking good now.
We still have
Gotta
support
say.
wire. We need more bombs. Fresh magazine.
Is anyone playing the PvP? I think more people play in the weekend, but right now I couldn't find that many people. Why don't you go the mission with players is more fun? I think it's the opposite. I think the game is way more boring with players. The games really throw enough hard content at you.
This support is ready for demolition. Honor our captain colors. Incoming spore mine. Reload. Fresh cartridge. No, we still have supports to wire. We need more bombs. Rearm.
This is the only part of decap on myself I don't like. What camera view do you use? Is 1.25. I think this game looks really fishbowl-y at 1.45 at the max FOV, so I don't bother with that.
Step careful. Feed us coming up low. Fire on those mines. The foe wants backup. Unite. Steam charge is wired. We were bred for this. Skitter to the grave, Xenos. Searching round. Venom, ready to deploy. We still have supports to wire. We need more bombs. Fresh unwavering, despite the grip of magma. Primed explosives. We are ready to ambush the target, Command.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge, and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
Been watching a lot of videos since getting Space Marine 2 a few months ago. Back to make it to a stream. Oh, I appreciate it, dude. I'm a little bit low energy right now. I've been going for like 15 hours, but there'll be many more videos to come. If you want to join my community Discord, you can also do that. Or you can find out if I go live or not. There will also probably be a drops campaign on September something, early September. So if you want all those limited time cosmetics, this is the place to be.
And it's every last Xenos for the Imperial. Reload. Keep going forward.
Okay, I guess we just go up. How the runs treating you today? Pretty well. Unfortunately, there was a bug with the occult sorcerer that's just instant killing people, but you know, what are you gonna do?
Where shall I plant this flag?
Astartes! We were not expecting such illustrious company in the... We've got a handle on these probing strikes, my lords. It's the relay that's getting hammered right now.
The leader beast will cross that bridge, and in short order, die to our tactics.
That's... news. Without armor support to tackle a target that big, we may have to bring down the supply bridge.
All elements needed are prepared.
Is this a withdrawal order?
Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed.
Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your support. Incoming! Ready up, 8th! Show the Emperor's angels what we are made of! They're making another push over the bridge!
More enemies on the bridge!
Put a pile up below! Don't let them climb!
The Hive Tyrant is on its way, but there is a horde of Xenos between you and it. You have its attention. It is moving to intercept.
Yeah, axe any good? Oh yeah, it's great.
Pressure.
Arguably the best heroic of the patch. And the Salamander Sword's a bit better. The Salamander Sword, you know, it's really just a fencing sword of damage and extra stats, right? That's what that thing comes down to, is you're just a fencing sword that has damage. That's really all it is.
Get us to the bridge, Xenos.
Guards over the wall!
Enemies on
Fencing sword block mechanics. I have block mechanics. Just like it's a fencing sword that says you do a lot of damage on light attacks sometimes. And it turns out fencing is pretty good
You failed at Ultra. Faith.
when it actually does damage.
Remain stalwart, brothers.
I've never
Definitely join Discord for all that. Looking forward to messing with the patch and the axe. Hell yeah, brother. I'll have a lot more guides out when I am awake. Especially for the upcoming Chaos Siege mode, I'm playing a lot of that. Hopefully it's more entertaining than the current Siege mode is, in my opinion. Let's see how well they do on it, but...
Fall back! I will hold them! Detonation code.
Those win. We have given the infernal Xenos a fitting burying. It is not dead.
Our tactics were sound.
The swarm would go feral without their connection to the hive mind, but their focus is still on the relay. Reports confirm the Lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion is still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
Mike blowing axe. It shows like it's out of He-Man or
It
some
will be
shit.
done. The target is still struggling under that wreckage. Our banner awaits unfurling. Let us relieve the hive giant of its life.
Pursue and eliminate. We will not have a better opportunity to finish it off.
Pursuing the Hive Tyrant. I hit a boss here. Or maybe not, you never know. But this is actually a pretty good spot. Oh man, actually, I should have animation canceled there because that was too long. We're actually stuck in the animation the entire time.
You shall regret putting hands on an start. The Xenos hunter stalks.
Alright.
Fumble its tactical advantage. There is no stable ground. Neuro! Urgent for the
Ouch, I'm listening to the Prime.
This Ravener tunnel. Searching rounds. Fresh cartridge. out of our place. That silence continues while kitty. You succeeds borrow from last time. Ria! The Xenos Horde. Victory for the Imperium. Where shall I plant this flag? This galaxy's the door to the tower.
The heroic stalker rifle is pretty underwhelming, yeah, because it's like it's a weapon at war with itself, where basically,
Caution. It may still attempt
if you're good, you're gonna go for the head every time, right? But if you're missing shots, then you actually get the perk effect, but the perk effect's not even like a real Auspex scan, so it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Very oddly made
Hive
weapon.
Tyrant continues to evade.
Talassa, you cut out. Repeat. Damn it! Nothing is getting through. We are in the dead zone.
Our duty remains unchanged. Forward!
But Pyroblaster Carbine is good. It's pretty good. The damage, my like honest definition is give it the actual damage of a relic tier bolt carbine,
The
but
Xenos leader bescales the building.
what are you gonna do?
Take to the roof.
Let's take this.
Waste nothing, brothers. There is no going back, brothers. Encircle and eliminate! Fresh cartridge.
With the most troll fucking grapnel guy. Those lunges actually just piss me off in this game.
The creature is undergoing some kind of transformation. I feel blowing our minds. Steal your thoughts! Setting rounds.
So is the Deathwatch Melta-Fist just buns or what? It's pretty buns. It ain't great. Is the Deathwatch Power Fist better than Bulwark Block Fist and Balance Fist? Not even close. It's the worst out of all of them. It's probably worse than the other heroic one.